You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
All right, everybody. Welcome back into another episode of the Mark Lesko Podcast. Joined by Brett Cable once again to talk Penn State football and the game against Iowa. Interesting times we're living in right now, guys. The head coaching carousel, all the names. When it comes to that stuff, don't listen to any big name networks. They don't know what they're talking about. Listen to literally YouTube guys like Chris. They have the real connections. I have some good connections. Guys like that. But yeah, new coach, new quarterback, which is what I wanted. But I want to first off do a little tribute to Coach Franklin because he did a lot for us here. Won a lot of games. And he was a Penn State guy, man, in the sense that he loved Penn State. He did.
Yeah.
But then we're going to talk Penn State, Iowa. Then we're going to get into recruiting with Brett so that he kind of sees what's going on. And then, yeah. Was you hear a noise, Brett? Was it loud?
No, it's just, I don't know. It's just like a...
Okay, I know why.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I had the wrong mic on. But, yeah,
go
do a little tribute to... Can you still hear it?
Okay.
You can't hear it?
Oh, wait. I don't hear it now.
All right. So, that's what we're going to do, guys, tonight. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for supporting us. Real quick, one thing that I want to say is I made a Buy Me a Coffee account. So Buy Me a Coffee is a way for you guys to support us right now, even though we're not monetized on here yet. You literally go to buymeacoffee.com. I'll share the link here. And you can support us. So for those of you that want to support us, we have been getting quite a few requests for, are you going to start a membership? You're going to start a clothing line? Are you going to do this and that? And we love that. We appreciate that. We just don't really have a way to do that through YouTube right now. So if you guys go below and look at the link, it's in the description. Hold on a second. The link is below in the description. It's just again, a way to support us, which, again, some of you guys have been asking about that, and, that's a way to do it. So, hold on. Sorry, guys. Brett, how's your day going?
Yeah, not too bad, man. I finally hit the gym today, so that was good.
Nice.
Yeah. Check the comments out here while you're doing that.
Yep.
Beat Iowa, dope name. Yeah, I still got Brett Cable below there, but beat Iowa is in all caps because we lost at Iowa back in 2021 when Sean Clifford went down. And that was the most disgusting fan base that we've ever seen. So Iowa needs to be beaten. They need beat bad. And I don't know if we're going to be able to beat them bad. I just want us to be able to beat them, right? I don't care if we win by – if half a point was a thing, I wouldn't care. I don't care if we win by 1 point, 2 points, 4 points. Let's just beat Iowa, guys. We're down bad right now, the fan base, as a program, right? So, I mean, we need this win more than anything. To see Coach Terry Smith take the reins, very good coach. He's a letterman, played here at Penn State, graduated in 91. So, awesome story. I thought his presser was really good. I thought he kept it simple, but, basically said we're going to do whatever it takes to win. And it just sounded different than James at the end, right? James was defeated. He was completely defeated. Terry was like, he had the spark in him. Like, I'm very grateful to be the interim head coach right now. And we're going to make some changes. And so I hope you guys saw that, because he had a good presser for that, for becoming the interim head coach. You watched that, Mark?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
He said how Franklin got to talk to his guys after the game, and it was emotional because they loved him. He was a player's coach. He's not really a disciplinarian, but they loved him.
Yep.
And guys, if you guys want to support us on Buy Me a Coffee, go to the link below in the description, and that's a way you can support us right now.
Yeah.
I have it in the ticker going across the bottom too, but yeah, if you guys want to, then it's down there. And some of you were asking, so I figured, why not? I'll make this account until we get monetized, and we can do both, I guess. But I was referred to this platform by someone I watch on YouTube. So, James Franklin, the tribute to him. He can't. Well, I'll play this video first. Nearly made me cry, honestly. Won't lie.
Extremely proud to welcome James Franklin as our next Penn State head football coach. And Coach Franklin, though, is the right choice for
This is from 45 yards. Ryan, scoop it up. Brad Haley will score. Barkley trying to bounce it. And Dudley in the clear. The pocket. He's underthrown.
I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12 passenger van in a small club in Minnesota, and it's snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name to start. Now look at where we at, still growing up.
Extremely proud to welcome James Franklin as our next Penn State head football coach. And Coach Franklin, though, is the right choice for
Yeah, you could hear that, right, Brett?
Yep.
So, he looked really excited getting off the plane.
Yep.
Good
guy, players coach, man.
Yeah. He loved Penn State. He loved his players. He started there when I was an undergrad, and man, there's just a lot of good memories with him. His first game was my senior year in Ireland. That was his first game. And when he came in, man, he just looked so solid. He was he said a Pennsylvania boy with a Penn State heart. And his record overall was 104-45. Big Ten, 65-37. 4-21 versus top 10 teams, 1-15 versus top 5 teams. So he didn't get it done in the big games, and that's why he was fired.
Yep.
But I'll just say a couple quick stories about him and stuff that just some stuff that people have told me. But he gave me personally a lot of good memories, man, because he came into a time where the sanctions happened, which is really hard for me. I was a freshman, tried out for the team. I love Penn State football, watched it my whole life. I've been going to games since I was a kid. I mean, they used to play the lion sound, and my dad told me they had it in a cage. And I was scared because I thought the lion would get out. That's how young I was going to the games. Late 90s was my earliest memories. Scandal happens. Joe gets fired. O'Brien comes in, and then Franklin, this Penn State guy, this Pennsylvania guy, takes the job. And again, man, you could see the excitement on his face. He, from what I know, he gave his heart and soul to this team.
Mm-hmm.
And, after he was fired Sunday, I've been one of his harshest critics, man. I've been one of his harshest critics. Whether he knew me or not, or he knew of me, I'm going to tell a story to follow that up. But Sunday after he was let go, man, I don't know why, because I've been wanting him to get out of here, and I'm glad he's gone. But to be honest with you, man, I felt kind of guilty, because I was like, man, this guy, and they're showing videos like that and pictures of his family, and he was so excited. And I just thought, so to tell you guys a story, when I first met him, I was a student. I just left a career fair, and I was in the hub. And I was having like a bad day. Like, I can't remember why. I think it was, I don't know, something with a girlfriend, or I don't know. I was having a bad day, and I had a career fair, which is a lot of stress. And I'm walking out of the little event center there in the hub it's like kind of across from the TV. And he comes walking in the door. He just got there. I mean, he's with a recruit, I think. And I said, "Hey, coach, can I get a picture?" And I had a suit on with a red tie. And he said, "I'm not taking it with that tie on." And I said, "With that red tie on?" He said, I don't take pictures with red because of Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "All right." So like a normal human being, I just went to take my tie off. I was struggling. He pops my collar, pulls it down, and rips it off like in a second. I mean, he was like such a high energy guy. He was like that all the time. And everything they've said about him, he carried himself with, I mean, he was consistent, man. He was militaristic. He always carried himself well in public. I'll give him that. He was the same from the day he got here to the day he left. He was the same, which was his ultimate downfall, honestly, with his coaching. But I'm talking about him as a man, not as a coach. His players loved him. His coaches loved him. He put a lot of guys in the NFL. He changed a lot of lives.
Mm-hmm.
He changed a lot of coaches' lives. His resume with his own coaching, let alone with the coaches that were under him, is unbelievably great. And all the guys he put in the NFL, that's because of James Franklin. And I also tell this story. I said I told Brett that I wasn't going to tell this story until he was when he was not here anymore. And now he's not. So I went to a Penn State football camp a couple years ago to watch my cousin, who actually ran a 4.48 40. Little shout out. It's impressive 40 time. Franklin actually watched him run his 40, which head coaches don't do that because he was running fast. And he's a big dude. He's 6'2", 180. He's a junior. And he was about 6'1", 180 at that time when he's like a sophomore, I think. And they called us over to the side of the field, and we were supposed to ask questions. And I was standing right in front of him, raising my hand for like 5 minutes. Never called on me. He called on a lady right in front of me. Never called on me. And then later on, we were on the field on the end, and he came flying around on a golf cart, and he was right in front of me, man, like right in front of me. And I'm standing there waving at him because I wanted to ask him a question about my cousin. And he was just kind of going like this, like he wouldn't look at me. And that went on for probably a solid 5 minutes where he wouldn't look at me. He wouldn't even look at me. I was waving, like, wouldn't look at me. And I thought, huh. Like, that's weird. And I would have never thought that he would know who I am. Never. But I had been a critic of his for quite some time at that point. So I asked, I won't say who, but a wise man, I'll say. I asked him, I said, do you think he knew who I was? And he said, he said, when you're on your podcast, assume that he knows who you are. So basically, I think he knew who I was, which again was surprising. And he didn't like me. He wouldn't look at me. Definitely wouldn't talk to me. So some of the guilt I felt was I was a critic of his, man, his whole career pretty much. I'd been saying for years that he needs to be let go. And the guy that got off the plane looked very excited. And it was his dream job. He said that. He said, I am never leaving here. And he never would have left here. Never. He would have died before he left. The only way he was leaving Penn State is if he died. That's it. He loved Penn State. So I thought, if he knew who I was and he saw the criticism that I said, then maybe that contributed to his mentality of it was hard on him. Fans were hard on him, man. Fans were very hard on him. And while I think it was warranted, I felt like I contributed to that, and it crushed the guy. I mean, he had spats with fans. For whatever reason, man, he knew who I was, I think. I don't think he should have known who I was. He shouldn't have been listening to people like me. You know, who am I? But he did. He listened to people on social media. He listened to people on YouTube. He did. He knew I think he knew who I was. And that stuff, and again, I think it's warranted. I'm glad he's fired, but that stuff contributed, I think, to just his mentality, man, and it was probably hard on him. So definitely not apologizing, but I just felt a little guilty about maybe I contributed to that. This guy who loved this school and wanted it so bad, he put his heart and soul into this school, into this team, and he wanted it so bad. And even though I was a critic of his, I wanted it for him more than I wanted it for anyone else. I wanted it so bad for him, man, because I know he worked so hard. And Matt Roll said it in his presser the other day. Like, who made coaches villains? And this it's really hard to coach. You put in a lot of work, and that guy Franklin didn't sleep, man. He put in so much work. He worked harder than we could possibly imagine to make this thing happen at Penn State. So it was just a lot of mixed emotions because he gave us a lot of memories, man. And the guy that got off the plane, you saw the difference between his first presser and his last. He was defeated. He was totally defeated, and I know he wanted it. And I don't know. It's just
got to give it to him, man. We can't say he didn't try. He couldn't get over the hump. There's also the other side of it. There's a lot of fan bases that would kill for their team to get to that point to where they're able to try to get over the hump. There's a lot of teams who aren't even at that point to get to that next hump. So I do appreciate everything James Franklin has done for Penn State University. Everything he's done for the players. I rooted for him harder than probably anyone as well, just because he's a Penn Stater. He's a Pennsylvania guy. Just dedicated every ounce of his being to Penn State football. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
I was off his wagon way before Austin, way before Brett, way before Matt from Penn State jerseys, way before anyone. Mm-hmm. I was off his wagon, and ultimately I wasn't wrong. But a lot of people stuck with him more so than I did. And just some notes. I mean, like I said Friday night before the Northwestern game, I said, you got, if you want to change at Penn State, you fans have to change.
Yep.
And I said, you got to do what you got to do. Don't go to games, boo. I mean, booing is one of the oldest pastimes we have in the history of humankind, especially in sports. People boo. You can boo if you disagree with something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Fire Franklin chants, it is what it is. But what I saw with him walking off the field this last game, I mean, people were screaming at him. They weren't booing, man. They were screaming at him. They were yelling obscenities. Some of those people would have tried to beat him up. That's how mad they were. And
he was getting death threats, man. His daughter too.
And I don't like that. That is not what I meant. That is not what I condone.
Yeah, I know that.
If I ever saw him, like, at this point, I said Friday, I said, if I ever saw him, I said, I don't like him as a coach. I'd probably stay away from him, wouldn't say anything to him. And at this point, like, if I saw him, I'd say, Coach, thank you for everything you did, and hang in there, But the way he was treated, man, was not warranted.
Yeah.
Booing is fine, but to the point where he has to let his family walk in front of him so he can get through the tunnel.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve that harsher treatment, because all he ever did, man, was put his heart and soul into this team. So, I love college football, man. I love college football. I love Penn State football. Penn State football is one of the biggest brands in the world. And I love being a part of it. And I love the support I'm getting on this podcast. I love the support. I love supporting this team by talking about it. I love Penn State football. I love it.
Yeah.
And to be a part of it, man, it's world known. Everyone in the world knows James Franklin was fired from Penn State. It's like a cool thing to be a part of. And I just love college football, man. It is what the cool people talk about. Is that I don't mean us on the show. I just mean athletes are admired in this world. And to be a part of college football and the great landscape of it, I love it.
And just think, just to put in there real quick, when James Franklin was hired, Penn State was not a big job at the time.
No,
it was not, because we were in turmoil. We went through the sanctions, all that stuff. It was not looked at as a big job. Right now, it is the biggest job of the off season, and will be the biggest job. I imagine they're not going to hire till probably the end of the season at this point.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest job out there right now, is Penn State football. So just think of that. And James Franklin did that. He did do that. So
yeah.
We got to give him.
Yep. And, I just felt like I was a part of that voice that crushed his soul. I don't know. But it's college football, man. He did not take criticism well, and you have to be able to take criticism well. Yeah. I think he took it personally. You saw it when he had spats with fans, man. I mean, you don't really see that, spats with fans from a head coach.
Yeah.
So I just I have, to the man himself, I have a lot of respect for what he did for us and what his mindset was. He came in at a very, very bad time.
Yeah.
And he put his heart and soul into this team. He was excited to be here. When he got off the plane, man, he looked excited. And he left a defeated man. And you can only be defeated if you tried. And he did. He tried. He put his heart and soul into it. So thank you, Coach Franklin. I've been praying for you. I've been praying for this team. And I wish you and your family the best. And I hope someday, if I run into you, I can thank you in person. But to the man, thank you for what you did for my program. So on to Penn State, Iowa. Brett, man, This is we're plus 1.5.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah.
Game notes. We visit Iowa on Saturday, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. on Peacock, which I do have. I got it free from my internet provider. Series history. Penn State meets at Iowa for the 33rd time in program history. We have an 18-4 record against them, including 10-6 mark in road games and 12-11 advantage as Big Ten foes. The last time we played there, not the last time, but 2021, that was absolutely disgusting. That fan base is atrocious.
Yep.
Absolutely atrocious. Like one of the worst fan bases in college football. They are just awful. Making fun of Sean Clifford being hurt. And then they do the thing where they wave to the kids in the hospital, the kids that have cancer. It's like, that's amazing. But, I mean, the fan base is horrible. So, last time we were there, 2023, won 31-0. Drew Aller threw 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Tyler Warren. We held him to 76 total yards. Terry Smith will coach the first game as Penn State's interim head coach. He is in my lifetime, our 5th coach with Scrap. A 3-year starter at wide receiver and 1991 graduate. He was a small guy, he said on his card. I saw Matt from Penn State Jerseys page, and he just worked hard. Hey, Matt, read those texts we just got. Or, Brett, read those texts we just got. 12th year on the staff, cornerbacks coach, and the last 5 seasons associate head coach. He's helped lead them to 12 consecutive top 25 recruiting classes and has guided 7 cornerbacks get drafted into the NFL since 2015, tied most nationally. Iowa is 4-2 this season with a 2-1 mark in the Big Ten play after a 37-0 win at Wisconsin last Saturday. The Hawkeyes gained 319 yards, including 210 on the ground. Iowa scored on 4 rushing touchdowns, including 2 by Xavier Williams and one each by Kamari Moulton and Mark Gronkowski. And again, Terry Smith has been the associate head coach for 5 years. He's kind of already been a head coach right now since he was the associate. Franklin definitely let him do a lot as the associate head coach for sure. Dennis Sutton became Penn State's first player with a blocked punt in back-to-back games since Andre Collins in 1989. So those are just some game notes for Iowa. The statistics for Iowa, the record, I'm going to pull it up. The line will move, said Murray York. So, what the heck? My bad. So, leading passer, Mark Gronkowski, 743 yards, 261 yards, rushing by Kamari Moulton. They have depth at running back. That's why they have their Kamari Moulton is their leader, but we just read that Williams had 2 touchdowns in this last game.
Yeah.
Leading receiver, 193 for Sam Phillips. Tackles, Carson Sherrar. Aaron Graves, 1 interception. And listen, guys, here's the thing. They just beat up on Wisconsin. Wisconsin is having a bad year, but they're well coached. They have a good coach, and their record so far is 4-2. Lost to Iowa State by 3. Lost to Indiana by 5. This is a good team, guys. This is not going to be an easy game. All respect goes to Iowa, not their fan base, but their team. Kirk Ferentz has been there for a long time. He coached against Joe Paterno. That's how long he's been there. Won 37-0 at Wisconsin last week, and now we come into town with a new coach and a new quarterback. It's going to be tough. I don't know if we win, and I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know how it's going to look on paper, if you will. or I'm sorry, I don't know how it's going to look performance-wise from us. And then to look at our guys here.
Yeah.
Statistics-wise. Come on, Google. Drew Aller, leading passer, obviously. He is now out for the season. Leading rusher is 467 from Katron. Devontae Russ, our leading receiver, 240. Amari Campbell, 50 tackles. Alonzo Ford, 1 interception.
That's crazy, yeah.
And then our starting quarterback, Ethan Grunkmeyer.
It's Grunk time, baby. Grunk you up.
105 yards, 72% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. And to kind of talk some notes on the last game going into this game, Franklin, I think he quit on the team. And that's something I'm not okay with. Landon Tengwall said it as well.
Yeah.
At the end, 4th and 2, they bring in a cold quarterback and run him up the middle. He gets absolutely hammered when you have Katron Allen, who's on fire. I mean, Gronkmeyer's lucky he didn't get hurt. So I questioned that call.
He almost got murdered, man. Like, he got murdered, but, like,
Yeah. And
he got hit harder than Drew. He just didn't get hit in the spot that Drew got hit.
Yeah. We won a national title. That's what this message is clear, man. We won a national title. That's why the AD let him go.
Pat Kraft is the right guy. We got the right AD. Yep.
He was a micromanager, Franklin. He was outcoached, and he wouldn't change, and that was his downfall, man. That was his downfall. His arrogance, his pride. So we have a new coach, Terry Smith. For example, Chris today on the Big Ten Huddle Show gave us a shout out. He said the players, for example, they're not using scooters anymore and stuff like that. They're walking to class.
Yep.
It's the little things, guys, that Franklin didn't do. That little thing right there. Terry Smith is old school. Played for Joe Paterno. Played at Penn State. He was good.
Yep.
There's a reason he's an associate head coach under James Franklin. James Franklin brought a lot of lettermen in. Old school mindset is the best mindset.
Yep.
You have to adapt to NIL in the portal. It's a different age. But old school, little things, walk into class. When you're on a scooter, guys, you're not working your legs. I mean, it's just stupid stuff like that. Like walking to class. He is a disciplinarian. He's going to be – there's going to be – a weight has been lifted off this team. There's going to be less stress. There's going to be a little more loose. And those little details that will change this team are there. We still have the same talent. We just are down a quarterback, which Brett, I said in week 2, I wanted to see Grunk play, right?
Yeah.
So it was out of injury, which I don't want. However, we have a new quarterback, and that's something that I wanted.
But Kolonicki has to fit the scheme to him. That's what we'll see against Iowa.
And
if he doesn't,
Grunk is more mobile, and I think he will fit this offense better. But I don't know if anyone fits Kolonicki's offense. If he doesn't change too, he needs to be fired after this game because we can't do it anymore. He needs to be fired. He needs to be let go.
Yep. And then guess who can take over if they do fire him? Our tight end coach, because he already practiced that last year or 2023.
Yeah. Him, and it'd probably be just him. But and Terry Smith is an offensive guy. You know, he was a receiver, so
he knows.
And I think he played defensive back a little bit too, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, Ty Howe would take over as the OC. Yep. But if that does not change, guys, he needs to be let go because I think he's more of a glaring issue than Franklin was at this present time. He's pretty much ruined our season. Coach K, who I don't like him, but Jared Allen said he doesn't have respect for Ferentz.
Yeah, he
smelled a rat. Yeah, I didn't say I respect him. I don't think. I just said he's been there a long time. He's the longest tenured coach in college football now since Franklin was fired, I believe, because after Who was fired? Who was fired recently that was longer than Franklin?
Oh, Gundy.
Gundy, yep. So Franklin
Gundy.
was the longest tenured coach, and now it's Kirk Ferentz, I believe.
Yep.
But Kotelnicki could ruin this game. He's ruined several games this season. But that's going to be the difference, guys. This is not an easy team to play. They are good. They are good. It's a hostile environment. Got a backup quarterback as our starter, a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
We can win. It's a new season, guys. Like, we have 180 this season. We went from undefeated, winning a national title, to 3-3, new coach, new quarterback, total 180.
Yeah.
And it's a new season. So we have to look at it as a new season. We should be excited.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for Grunk, and I'm excited for Grunk. He could have a bad game this week. It's okay. But, I'm excited for him because I do think he will perform better than Drew Aller.
They have to let him ease into it. Feed Katron Allen, get the run game going, and then let him sling it, but make it smart passes, man. Actually do some slants and underneath stuff. We weren't doing that at all, man. So we have to see that, man. I hope there's a difference.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, man, where are we going to see a change from Kotelnicki? First of all, will he change the offense? And will Grunk be able to perform better in either the same offense or a different offense? Will he be able to perform? Because I think of all people, he can. Yeah. So I don't know what we're going to see. I don't know. It's just one of those things, man, where I don't know what we're going to see. And I don't know for that reason, I don't know if we win. And it's frustrating because clearly there's a elephant in the room. Not saying anything personally about Kotelnicki and stuff like that, but there's an elephant in the room, and it's Kotelnicki. He's the issue. So going into this game, yes, establish a run, ease him into it, because I think he can throw the ball, and I think he'll air it out. And for whatever reason, he didn't do it. Drew Aller, one of the most talented quarterbacks to ever play college football in terms of intangibles, but he'll do it with Grunkmeyer. So I don't know, but I think that's something he will do. So, Brett, what's your thoughts on the game? I mean, what are we gonna do?
You said it, man. Like, it's such a up in the air. Like, what are we gonna see? If we see more of the same with what we saw against Northwestern and UCLA play calling offensively, then we're going to lose the game. Like, it's not even like if ands or buts about it. Like, we're going to lose the freaking game. If it's called, guys, a QB draw on 3rd and 10 with Drew Aller is diabolical. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, that's the type of play calling that called, like, what? And then, listen, Landon Tangwell said it best. That interception that Drew threw in the end zone, which, by the way, I already spoke on, putting Liam Clifford outside, that's an epic failure of coaching right there, right? Did Kotelnicki do that? Did the receiver coach do that? Did Franklin do that because he's a Clifford boy? That's an epic failure right there. But then to call 4 verts, they did 4 verts. That's all they did on that play call, and basically in the red zone. What are we doing?
Yeah,
I'm not a coach. I would never call that play right there. That's like a midfield play, if anything.
A cold quarterback, bro.
Dude.
You know how cold he was when he came into the freaking game, and they run him up the middle, and he had 2 helmets hit his helmet. It should have been targeting, from what I remember. Yep. And he could have been knocked out of the game. He could have hurt his neck. And then now we have Jackson Smolik as our quarterback.
So with Ethan Grunkenmeyer's play, they called a pass play, but it was not a good pass play call. There was no rub routes. There was nothing to get guys open, so he just ran it. So what I'm seeing in this game is, so the one thing I can't talk. The one thing they did right, guys, against Northwestern is they did feed Katron Allen, but then they took it away from him at the most critical time and gave it to Nick Singleton. So if Katron Allen's going to give you 6-7 yards a clip, which he has the entire year, guys, that's insane. That's what he's been averaging every game. Feed it to Katron Allen, work off the play action, no trickery no double pass to Sean Clifford, which didn't work because the guys didn't block for him to throw it. None of that crap, dude. Like, I understand we have nothing to lose, but we need to beat Iowa at Iowa, and we're not going to do it doing that. We need to simplify things like Brooklyn USA was saying. Terry Smith will simplify things, and players won't have to think too much. Penn State will roll. I don't know if they're going to roll, but I think they have a chance, right, if they do that. We just don't know what we're going to see because we've been so down bad the last 2 games. We could come out fired up and just kill it, right? Like, that could happen. And listen, as Penn State fans, I think we're praying that it does because we have a new head coach right now, Terry Smith. So to see him do good is something that obviously we're rooting for. We don't want Terry Smith to do bad. We don't want Grunkemeyer to do bad. We want all the players to do good. And then one more thing to add. I think we're going to see Tyser Denmark and Kobe Howard in this game. I think he's going to play the young guys because, guys, the transfer portal is going to open for Penn State players now. You get that, right? We cannot afford to lose more players when we're already losing recruits. For our whole 2027 class, decapitated, completely gone. It's gone, right? Luckily, so far, 2026 class, so far, most of it's holding together with Elmer's glue, right? Like, not Gorilla Glue, Elmer's glue. So let's keep that tight. Yeah, man, I think we're going to see some young receivers out there, hopefully making plays for us.
Yeah.
So they can prove that Franklin was doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
Doing seniority over talent.
I think they're going to play young guys. Terry Smith is going to take a total different approach. He said he wants to shock the world. So our recruiting is absolutely terminated. I mean, we're lost all of our great recruits. We could lose guys on this roster, and that's why the head coach is so important. Heard Marcus Freeman today. You know, I do think it's going to ultimately be Matt Roll, no doubt. But I think they could also get Marcus Freeman. Like I am like 60-40 Marcus Freeman right now that we'll get him over Matt Roll. Like, I think he would come to Penn State. What do you think about the head coaching carousel right now, Brett?
Yeah, I think we're just so far away to see what the result's going to be. So it's really, there's going to be so many names thrown out there. And to be honest, guys that I would like over Matt Roll, just because I think they might be a better coach right now, at least for the Penn State job. I mean, nobody's talking about Brent Key, man. Brent Key's killing it at Georgia Tech. That might be like a sleeper pick, Brent Key, but that's his alma mater, so he's not going to leave, I don't think. Matt Campbell, dude, he's a heck of a coach for Iowa State, who that program is in disarray. He made them – they have good players every year. They had 2 receivers go to the NFL last year. They have a good offense now, Iowa State, compared to how they used to without Matt Campbell. So those are some names to look at. Obviously, Kurt Cignetti would be the flashy hire. Like, that would be the guy I want. Is Kurt Cignetti going to leave Indiana? Probably not. They're going to go to the playoff, probably make a run here. They got a really good team, man.
I mean,
so,
are you done, Brett?
For the most part, man. Manny Diaz, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, I think he might be able to have success here. He knows Penn State. Penn State loves him. So I think Manny Diaz is a solid – I think it might be better than Matt Roll just because it's just so hard, man. We don't know what we're going to get with Matt Roll. It could be James Franklin 1.0. It could be 2.0. It could be similar.
Yeah.
So
let's compare – okay. Kurt Cignetti, I don't think we get him. And to be honest with you, man, a 64-year-old dude, he's been in D1 2 seasons, okay? He's done very well, but he's still unproven, man, okay? Like, he beat Oregon, and he beat I mean, guys, Oregon is not as good as you think they are, first of all, okay? And he's just, I don't know. And he's I don't mean it in a bad way. He's cocky, very cocky. He's older, and he could come here and crash and burn, honestly. Like, I don't really want him. Marcus Freeman, like, what, a year or 2 older than Brett and I. Pretty good recruiter. He out-recruited Franklin a couple times. Now, that was a money issue, but
Yeah.
made it to a national title. He's won some big games. Texas A&M last year, for example. A young guy. He will come in. He'll have way more support here. I know Notre Dame has a lot of support, but Penn State is way bigger. People don't realize that Notre Dame has like 5,000-6,000 students. That's it. It's small. So he can go from there to here, and it's a way bigger, man. Unlimited resources. He would get a ton of support. A likable guy. Seems to be a family man.
Yeah. Coach Drink, man, I forgot to mention him. Drink would be a solid hire. Because what Drink can do with Penn State, I think, is more than what he can do with Missouri. That's a sleeper pick.
Yeah, Drink. So my candidates are Freeman, Drinkowitz.
Yeah.
I really don't want Dillingham. He's still, unproven.
He's still green. He's a good coach, but he's green. Yeah.
Urban Meyer and Matt Campbell. Those are my 4 guys that I think go young, fast, and scientific, and a QB guy, Will Stein. Yeah, I mean, guys, no one's wrong. No one's wrong saying a name. You could say John Gruden. I've heard that name a lot too.
It's all up in the air. Whoever comes, we have no idea what's going to happen. Yeah.
You guys are all on here for a reason. You're listening to us talk about Penn State football. We all have our opinions on a coach. Dude, it's like gambling. It's like, I think so-and-so is going to win. They're going to have 200 rushing yards. It's going to be -3, +1. They're going to win by a field goal. Like, that's what it is. We're gambling on our future in the sense that we don't know what's going to happen, but we can guess.
Yeah.
So
you don't like Manny for it?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I heard that his family didn't like. His family likes the warmer weather. So
well, he's what is his heritage?
Italian, right? Or Spanish. Last name's Diaz. I don't know.
Manny Diaz. He's Cuban.
Cuban.
So yeah, I mean, this is the middle of nowhere, man. Cornfields. Yeah, I can see why he would like, Miami, Florida, warmer weather, and he said that. I just don't think, like a James Franklin, man, he's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Manny Diaz,
he gets people fired. That's what I mean.
And he's from Miami too, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
he's not really like a cold weather.
No, he's not.
Northeast guy. One of the pictures he posted on Instagram one time was Beaver Stadium with like 3 foot of snow in it. He was in there looking at it. He probably never saw snow before, honestly.
Probably not.
Like that much. I don't know, but I think he was kind of mesmerized by it. But Manny Diaz, he was the defensive coordinator for us, did extremely well, but as a head coach, he didn't do well. So no, I don't think he would be the next guy, take us over the top. No.
He's doing well at Duke right now. You got to give him credit. It's hard to.
But yeah, we really have to look into like the finer details of a coach. Like Signetti, still unproven. Drinkowitz, he's had some success at Missouri, but it's Missouri, and he's got Bo Prabula. That's another enticing fact. But guys, Drinkowitz, what has he really done? He has Bo Prabula, but what has he really done? Is he really going to come here and win us the national title? I don't know. Matt Campbell, that guy's driven. He's very erratic on the sideline. He's nuts. That would be good. What we need is a fiery guy. That's Matt Roll. Marcus Freeman is fiery. Drinkowitz, he seems pretty mellow to me. Matt Campbell, fiery. Urban Meyer, he invented fire. So,
yeah.
And he got
that's why I said Manny, because Manny is fiery. He is.
He was, yeah, and he was co-inventor of being fiery from Joe Paterno, his mentor. So,
yep.
Again, Freeman, Roll, Drinkowitz, Campbell, Urban Meyer. That's just like a shot in the dark. But those are my 5 guys. So score predictions, Brett.
Score predictions for this. Oh boy. Somebody set up here. Definitely take the under. I think that's a good call. What was it was 59. What did you say it was? Oh,
Guys, I think we're going to be able to score some touchdowns under Grunk. Honestly, I think he's going to do well. And we have a new coach, guys. Like, we're literally looking at a new team. So this is a hard game to pick. And it's a good team. It's an extremely hostile environment. It's going to be like Saquon in 2017. It's going to be prime time. The whole world's going to be watching this game. Even though it's on Peacock, which, of course, the streaming app ruins it again. But, again, I got it for free. I would never pay for it. I would just, find it somewhere else. But
39.5 is the over.
Well, yeah, it's an Iowa game. Iowa hasn't scored more than 10 points in like 5 years. So there's been more people on the moon than Iowa has average points in the past 5 years. So
they haven't.
This year's different, but their offense has been so bad. They should have like 5 first-round punters because that's how much they punt.
Iowa's coming off a bye week too, so what are we going to see?
Yeah.
They lost to Indiana by 5.
But I think we do see some points, guys. I don't think it's going to come out and we're going to be absolutely annihilated. I think we're going to come out and do pretty well. And Grunk might take him a little bit, but I think he's going to be good for us, man. And I hope he can build off this season into next, and maybe he's our starter next year. We'll see. Yeah. And here's another thing too, guys. He could be our starter next year, but if Matt Rule does come, I don't know if he brings Dylan Raiola.
Probably.
And like him or hate him, he was a 5-star guy, and he's not a horrible quarterback. He's not been as good as he should, but he's not horrible. And he comes here with this community, this fan base, the support. I think we'll be in good shape. But, Grunk could be here. Who knows? But Grunk is setting himself up for he is shopping himself right now. All these players are.
Yep.
For either here next year as starters or another team. They're all shopping.
Yep.
Everyone's shopping on our team. Coaches, everyone is shopping.
Yep.
So
they have to.
But yeah,
my biggest concern for this game, guys, and you probably know where I'm going to go with it. Maybe is our run defense, dude. Our rush defense has been bad the last couple games. Can they tighten up against Iowa? I don't know. Iowa's always has a pretty decent offensive line. I think that rings true this year. I mean, against Indiana, they had Moulton had 18 carries, 75 yards. That's not crazy, but they usually have a pretty good running back over at Iowa. It looks like they got a couple this year. If we can stop their run, we'll make them one-dimensional because Mark Gronkowski's not going to be slinging it against us that crazy, man. I don't think so. So if we can stop the run, I think we're in pretty good shape. If we can't stop the run, it's going to be a bloodbath. It could be like one of those 17-14 games. Like, I don't know. Like, because that's going to kill the clock and come down to possession. So I want us to win, guys. I think I'm going to pick us to lose. Maybe reverse psychology. I just don't know what I'm going to see out of our team. I don't know. I'm going to pick. I think it could be another heartbreaker, right? Iowa 21, Penn State 20, which that would actually be the over, right? Dang.
Yeah.
2017 Iowa, because I want the under. 2017 Iowa. I think we can win, guys. It's just we don't know what we're going to see. So I'm picking Iowa 2017. It's at their house. Their stands are right on the field. Like, it's loud. So at night.
What's your score again?
I'm picking Iowa to win 2017. I changed it. Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's a good pick. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to pick. Like in the sense that I don't know. I don't know. It's I don't know how we're going to move the ball on offense. I don't know how our defense is going to do, but I do think this will be a different team. Again, guys, I just put it up. Some of you asked about helping us out.
Yeah.
When are we going to start a clothing line? How can you support us? We're not monetized on YouTube yet, but I made a Buy Me a Coffee account. I learned about it from a YouTuber I watch, Mark Dice, a conservative YouTuber. and people help support him through there. So if you guys do want to support us, I have the link below. It looks like it didn't link up, but just copy and paste it. It's the link to my Buy Me a Coffee. You can support us on there. You can tip us, whatever. So for those of you that wanted to do that, I mean, JR was literally trying to PayPal Brett the other night for dinner. Joe Paul asked about memberships. That's something we can do on Buy Me a Coffee as well. Haven't set it up yet, but if you guys want to support us, you can do that right now. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. But
yep.
Call said PSU 17, Iowa 10. Good pick.
Nice.
I think what it's going to end up being, honestly, I think it's going to be like a (24-17) Penn State. I think is what if we run the ball, because again we have a new coach, guys. All right, and I think he will force Kotelnicki to change, and we have a new quarterback. 24-17 Penn State. Let's get it done. I'm excited again. I've heard this from many people. I haven't been this excited about Penn State football since what was it? August 29th. So, because after that Nevada game, I was like, oh, God, here we go again. But 24-17 Penn State is my prediction. Brett, I'm going to pull up Hayes Fawcett. I don't know if you sent me anything, but I'm going to do a recruiting update.
You might as well just pull up his page, man. Everything's on there recently.
He's got a great page. And I followed PSU Primetime. He's pretty good, too. Yeah. Brett, you need to send me all the guys you follow because you follow a lot of people. But sometimes, like, Brett will send me something and, like, I have him blocked so I can't see it.
Yeah.
Because I just – I don't know. I see something and it just makes me mad, so I block him. Further down. Yep. All right. So the first one is Khalil Taylor. Go ahead, Brett. I'm going to go through this list and you can tell, everyone is on here, I think.
Yeah. Khalil Taylor was the first one, right? Who decommitted.
Well, give us your thoughts on recruiting right now, and then we'll go through the pictures, just give your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them, guys, right? I mean, we knew this was going to happen. We called it. We saw Penn State going downhill after not even just the loss to Oregon, but that UCLA game. That crushed us, man. Khalil Taylor's a Penn State, or he's a Pennsylvania guy. He's from Pittsburgh area, so that hurt. Keemon Spell, he's been shaky this whole time, so not surprised he decommitted at all. He was probably the biggest one I thought would decommit because of everything going on. I was like praying he wouldn't because he's a fantastic player. He's really good. But the state of recruiting right now is for 2027 it's bad, right? Luckily for us, 2027 is still very early. Like we only have a couple guys. Most teams only have a couple guys for 2027 right now. So we can still turn things around. Jasir Rogers, guys, he's still committed, right? He hasn't said anything. I think Jasir Rogers I think he loves Penn State. I know he loved James Franklin, and that's the problem with this is almost all these players that decommitted love James Franklin. They love the way he was with their family. He's a family man. And he's a player's coach, like we talked about. So James Franklin being fired has put a fire under all these recruits' life, right? It put a big fire in the mix, and that's what we're seeing right now. Now, some of these guys could come back around, right, and they could commit. I don't see Keemon Spell coming back. Khalil Taylor, probably not. It's possible. I don't really know. But Jasir Rogers, we call him Spider-Man. He goes himself Spider-Man. He's very talented receiver for 2026. And as of right now, he's still committed. So hopefully he stays because he's one of my favorite recruits in that class. But yeah, most of this is affecting our 2027 class. Our 2026 class is still in decent shape, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's unpredictable. We could lose a couple guys, right? But Terry Smith is still on the staff. You guys know Terry Smith is one of the best recruiters we have. So I think he can possibly tighten some things up. I think he could hopefully lock on to some guys to have him stay. Gabriel Jenkins, he decommitted.
I'll just go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gabe Jenkins.
Yep.
Leighton Von Brandt. A lot of these guys, man, it's
So
surprising.
the Leighton Von Brandt threw me for a whirl there because Leighton Von Brandt plays with Jasiah Rogers on the same team in Delaware. LeVar Keys, that one hurt. I know me and Mark are big fans of LeVar Keys, so that one stung.
Again, we can't blame them, but like
David
Keemon
Brown.
Spell, man, he was kind of making me mad. He was kind of a diva later on.
Yeah. Keemon Spell's a diva, guys, and he's a kid.
Like, here's the thing: wherever he goes, man, I don't know if he's going to have success because his head is so big. Honestly, he's so.
He needs to calm down. He needs to humble himself.
I mean, my God, 6 touchdowns the last game. I mean, that's amazing. But
every time he touches the ball, yeah. But
he's a high school kid. Yeah.
If Keemon Spell would have came to Penn State, if we still had Franklin would take a hold of him and be like, "Listen, like you're at Penn State now. Like your stars don't matter anymore. Like you're a new recruit." Jasiah Hart was the newest one today, guys. That one stung. He's from Virginia, cornerback. Roanoke, Virginia. We're in a rough spot, but we saw this coming, so none of it's really a surprise. At this point, it's just what can we what's the word? What can we I can't think of the word, man. Sorry.
I mean, like, dude, we need like a old school Nick Saban type of guy to support us, honestly, man, to run this program. I mean, like, players are extremely entitled today.
Yep.
And as good as James Franklin was he's one of the best guys to have with this world of NIL portal because he's a player's guy. But my God, we need some discipline again. I mean, dude, this necklace, like, he hasn't done anything, and he's got this like $50,000 necklace, whatever that is.
That's
this
Penn
guy's
State's.
doing. I'm not sure what this pose is, but it's just like, I don't know. Guys just need to humble themselves, man. Honestly.
Yep.
And that's what we need. We need a guy who's going to humble some of these guys, like a Keemon Spell. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's a different game from when I played. And I played 14 years ago. That's when I played high school, which isn't that long ago. And it's just a totally different game now. But so those are the guys we've lost so far. I mean, again, we're losing everybody. And we would have lost them regardless, whether Franklin was fired or not. So the best thing that could have happened. And we're in a new position. And I think it's going to be a rebuild, guys. Here's the thing about the head coach, too. Like, if we get who we want, we're going to have to wait. Now, Marcus Freeman is also a big possibility because if they lose Saturday or they lose one more game, they're not going to the playoffs.
No.
Matt Roll could. Now, to me, do either of them make the playoffs? I don't think so. So,
root for USC.
Hopefully it's a shorter season for the both of them, and then we have our pick. But we might have to wait. Like, our program, that people are like, we can't wait. Well, if we want to get the guy who's going to be with us for 20 more years, we're going to have to wait.
Yeah.
Which is going to hurt us next season. But it is what it is. All right? This season is already a train wreck. So, what's one more season? I mean, we got to get the guy we need. That's what we need to do. If we have to wait, we have to wait. That's it. So,
I just want to do a quick shout out to Drew. I feel bad for him. There's just no worse way to end your season and your career at Penn State than what happened to him. And the coaches failed him. He didn't play great, no.
totally.
But the coaches failed him. Didn't put him in a position to win. I mean, he's going to be on the team helping Grunk and them, right? He's going to stay by, I think, until the draft comes. I guess he's going to, do what he can there. But he can be a good players coach. Like he can coach up Grunk and with Trace McSorley and them. So shout out to Drew.
Yeah, man, it's not easy. What he has kind of been through, he was never set up for success.
It's been through a lot.
Going off of what I said earlier about Franklin and everything, some of you saying that I may have, saying that I may have contributed to the mentality of Franklin and him leaving. Some of you might thank me for that. I don't know. But, Aller was never set up for success. Never. He had a rough career here, and he was ruined, man. Singleton's been ruined. We'll see if he can swing it back around, but Aller was ruined, man, and his career ended like that. It is a shame that all of this with Franklin came to this because if he was let go years ago, we wouldn't be dealing with this type of stuff right now, probably. I mean, Aller wouldn't have been, it's all of it, man. He was never set up for success, and his career ended like that. That is a coach's responsibility. That is a coach's fault that happened. He shouldn't be in the game that late. It's Northwestern. That's why it frustrates me when we don't play against these inferior teams well, like the first 3 weeks. These guys need rest, man. Aller was banged up. That's why he got hurt. He was banged up. And they didn't want him running, so he didn't get hurt. Well, he shouldn't even be in the game that late because they should be up. That's another aspect of it. I mean, it's just a bad situation. A train wreck, bro. I mean, It's a train wreck. Like you said at the beginning of the year, we were talking about record prediction. You said 8-4 would be a dumpster fire. That's crazy, that we are worse than that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we might not make it to 8-4. I mean, I would be happy with 8-4 right now. Would you not? That's one more loss.
Yeah.
I think 7-5 is possible, but
because that would kind of lead us to still getting a new coach if warranted. Terry Smith, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean,
we'll see. I like him, so we'll see.
Yeah. He is 52. He's not a spring chicken, but yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. But again, it never really, I don't know. You just never really see interims taking over. Like Sharon Moore, that's a disaster. It's not going that well. They have a $12 million quarterback. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man.
Sharon Moore, the crybaby, dude. Yeah.
Yes, he literally cried after a win. I mean, a head coach, I just don't know. And he was swearing and everything. He was like, bro, it's kind of weird. I know he's fired up. Coca-Cola Lanning, he was doing the throat slash, and then they lost to Indiana at home, bro. Sit yourselves down, Ducks fans. Did you go to the Indiana fans and taunt them and flip them off like you did our student section? Did you do that?
Nope.
Oh no, you didn't because you lost.
JR is right, man. You'll see it.
Terry had the balls. Yep.
Oh,
he did? He benched AJ Harris?
That's what happened. Remember AJ Harris let up that big touchdown pass to.
Oh yeah, right.
He said in his presser, "Yeah, I benched him." He said, "I feel like we had some guys that were playing better, so we took him out." No, that's not to say AJ Harris can't bounce back this week.
No,
but he benched him, dude. You can't let them big touchdown like that, dude.
Transfer portal window opens January 2nd. January 6th to January 16th, only one. However, 30 days after firing, 31st day begins new 15-day transfer portal for current. Yeah, I mean, and I heard somewhere where these players from Penn State have 30 days to transfer.
I think they're allowed to enter in 30 days.
But anyway.
Look into it.
All right, JR, what is it then?
Yeah. No,
Nice.
that's
Have
correct
fun,
for
man. Be safe.
the normal transfer portal, not for Penn State players. Correct. Yeah.
Again, man, like
That's the normal portal, not Penn State.
portal opens and then, you know, I don't know. Like, we just got to get the guy we need, man. That's it. Right? Urban Meyer, Marcus Freeman, or Matt Roll, pretty much a blank check. That's what you need to do.
Matt
And
Campbell.
I mean, there's some guys out there, Brett, that are probably being considered that we have no idea about. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Honestly.
Like I said, Brent Key.
Like Chris said, Bill O'Brien was not even on the radar, and then he was hired. But why would you think he would come here, man? He was on a 18-0 Patriots team that just lost in the Super Bowl, and then he came to Penn State. I mean, who would have ever thought that he would come here? I mean, dude, why would you do that? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that guy's nuts. Leaving a dynasty, bro. Dynasty. Could have won a Super Bowl the next year. They were so good, they probably would have went undefeated the next year. Brady got his ACL torn in the first game against the Chiefs, but my God, he left that job to be a head coach at Penn State after scandal. Man, insane. But I think that's it, Brett.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Again, I don't take anything back I said or did about Franklin, but thank you, Coach, for what you did at Penn State. As a man, you know, thank you for what you did. Thank you for your heart. And but hey, what happened, and that's what I've wanted to happen for a long time. We lost a lot of recruits, and I got 24-17 Penn State. Brett's got 97-3 Iowa. So
97-3. Oh, did you get the last couple comments here? Jordan said he's going to the game.
yeah, I said be safe, Jordan.
Oh, you did? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Timeline, if a school failed.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Penn State, well, they did. They hired a new coach, didn't they?
What?
If a school fails to hire a new coach within 30 days, 10 days after a new coach is hired, the current players can go into the transfer portal.
No.
So we could be losing guys. I don't know. It's too late in the season to be losing guys right now, I think.
No.
But,
yeah, I don't think we lose anybody like detrimental.
I'm old enough.
After a new coach is
Remember why Bill came to Penn State? Why?
Yeah, interim is not a new coach. That's true. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Well, dude, who are they going to hire right now? That's like impossible.
Yeah, they're not going to hire until the end of the season or close to the end of the season. That's just not going to happen. That's why it's such an open competition right now.
National title's January 19th. I don't know if we have a coach even at that point, honestly.
I think I heard that we have to hire one before January is what I.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Notre Dame, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Notre Dame. I just hope we don't hire someone just because they're available. And I don't think they'll do that. Like a Matt Campbell or a Drinkwitz or, you know, Urban Meyer, why it makes sense for him, he can start right now. So, calling
Hanky Panky, we're going to win one more game, bud. Sorry. Hanky Panky said.
Yeah. Hey, guys, if you want to win a national title, come to Penn State. Click. That's what he could be doing right now. So that's why that makes sense. But, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's just like, do you think that I don't care for the Notre Dame coach personally. You know, do you think that they wait?
I think Marcus Freeman's the biggest. That's not going to happen. Like, that's the least likely. I think Kurt Cignetti gets hired before Marcus Freeman, and I think Kurt Cignetti's not taking the job because he likes Indiana. He likes it there. So,
by the way, I saw Kirk Herbstreit talking on his podcast with
I saw it. Yeah.
dude, I can never remember his name. Why can't I ever remember his name?
I know. I forget I forget. But yeah, Kirk was shocked. I mean, he didn't have anything bad to say. He said he likes Franklin. He said he liked Franklin at Penn State. That's what he said.
Listen, Brett and I have talked about this, several times about how much I hate Kirk Herbstreit, and I hate him. Joey
Galloway. You're correct. Yep.
What?
Joey Galloway's the guy he was with.
Joey Galloway, yes.
Yep.
Kirk Herbstreit right now, he says, thank you, Murray. He says, I like James Franklin. Dude, you know what's going through his mind right now? It's not a guaranteed win anymore for his team. So he's not happy about that. Trust me.
No, he was being serious, too. I'm telling you.
J.R. Morris, another Ohio State asshole. Thank you. Dude, he does not like Penn State. Yeah. But anyway.
He likes this.
Now he's, now it's not a guaranteed win for them anymore. So all these coaches should be scared, because now it's not a guaranteed win against Penn State if you're a better team. I'll just say that. Dude, we have a different team now, Brett,
Yeah. Well, different coaching. Yeah. Same team for the most part, except for Grunt. But
different performance.
Oh, another thing, guys. Jordan Lucas, you guys know Jordan Lucas. He's going to be coaching the cornerback since Terry's the interim head coach. So that's good. I mean, he's a Super Bowl champion, right? He won a Super Bowl at Kansas City. So that's awesome, guys.
Yeah, he played kind of when I was in school, and he dated a friend of mine. And, good player, impressive resume.
Yep.
And, again, a letterman, man. He's back. He's back. All these guys are shopping right now.
Yeah,
they're all building their resume.
Yeah.
This is one thing that's funny. He was on the sideline, I think, in '94, and he said, "This is the best offense I've ever seen." So, thanks, Kirk. But anyway, all right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Support us on Buy Me a Coffee. The link is below.
Yeah.
That is a way you can support us right now. So we will see you guys doing basketball show Thursday night with Tyler Smith for Penn State basketball, former player. Check out my video with Chris Gorky last night, and we will see you guys Saturday after the game. Brett, just stay on here for a sec.
All right.
See you guys.
See you guys.